What kind of traffic signal is being installed at intersections around Minnesota, and you may have seen them already.
Yeah, they use a flashing yellow arrow to help drivers make a left turn, but some people are finding them confusing and dangerous. Fox 9 investigator Jeff Ballion explains whether mixed signals are compromising safety.
Every intersection that has one
some kids in his class made this.
Flashes a gut-wrenching reminder.
This is the thing he loved the most, his phone.
That he's no longer with them.
All right, Mom, I'm leaving. Put your jacket, it's cold. I have my sweatshirt, it's all right. Put your jacket or go study.
Arian Mather would poke fun at his parents, but they were very close.
Are you doing homework? Yeah. Why you have this in ear? Listening to music. Take it out now.
They have these videos because, thankfully, he shared the passwords to his phone and social media accounts.
He was the most loving child.
Never did they imagine speaking of this clever young man in the past tense.
Where are you going? You said I could get food. No, come up and study.
Their story is one of searing heartache and at the same time, amazing compassion.
And we've told him again and again that it wasn't his fault.
Arian and his neighborhood buddy Jake were coming home from Eagan High. Jake had just gotten his license a few days before, and the two were relishing their independence from the bus.
That intersection in particular is a difficult intersection. It's not very easy for me, and I've been driving for 25 years.
According to witnesses, the left turn signal at the corner of Lexington and Westcott was flashing yellow. Jake made his turn right into the path of an oncoming pickup truck.
We did get to see him and hold him and touch him for a few days.
Arian never regained consciousness and died 8 days later. Jake was seriously hurt and has no memory of the accident. His family declined an interview.
We love him like our own.
The Mathers frequently invite Jake over. They sense a connection with their son through him.
He weeps. He says he's sorry, and then we tell him it's not your fault.
The Mathers believe Jake got confused by the traffic signal. They fear other drivers are in danger of making the same mistake.
There's lots of questions with them.
Flashing yellow arrows are popping up like dandelions around Minnesota. At least 160 are now in place, and MnDOT says the public is asking for lots more.
The main objective is efficiency.
The signals allow drivers to make a left turn after yielding to oncoming traffic. That means less sitting and waiting for the next green arrow to cycle through.
With this not being consistent, the flashing yellow, it throws people off, and that doesn't have anything to do with age or experience.
The traffic light at the scene of the deadly crash does send mixed signals. We found sometimes it gives drivers a green arrow to turn left. Other times it changes to a flashing yellow as soon as through traffic gets the green. It can also flash yellow when through traffic is on a red. An inexperienced driver might think oncoming traffic is stopped too and decide to go. They'd be wrong.
I can see how a new driver is going to struggle with those.
Part of the problem is familiarity. Some cities have had flashing yellow arrows for years, others have none at all.
I don't know what to do because I've never seen one before.
They're covered in driver's ed, and there are questions on the permit test.
We are going to start by looking at some of the traffic signals.
But none of Minnesota's driver exam stations have those signals installed on their test courses.
It's a lot different seeing it in a Minnesota manual or on a computer versus in real life.
Older drivers coming in for refresher courses are also puzzled by them.
They're not sure if they're supposed to yield, if they're supposed to go. It's just something new that they have not learned about previously.
MnDOT promotes the flashing arrows as being a safer, more efficient left turn signal. But it has yet to do an analysis of what impact they're having on safety in Minnesota.
We haven't had a formal study yet, but we do look at accident reports over time.
Using the state's open records law, the Fox 9 investigators obtained crash data for 73 intersections with the new arrows. Since 2014, nearly 780 crashes happened, more than 340 people injured, and at least one death. Rear-end collisions and T-bones were most common. Young drivers, 21 and under, accounted for more accidents than any other age group. 8 of the 10 intersections with the most crashes had an increase in collisions after the yellow arrows went in. But the data only indicates a crash happened at or near an intersection and not if the arrow was a contributing factor. It would appear there might be a connection.
We have to research this more.
MnDOT acknowledges there is a learning curve for drivers, so to clear up any confusion, its policy is to install these signs on any state roads that have the signals.
The public kind of demanded it, and we listened, and we said, all right, let's start putting these signs in.
But as you can see, there is no sign at this intersection in Eagan, where Arian Mather was hit. That's because this is a county highway, and Dakota County has decided the signs are more of a distraction than a help.
Thank you all for coming. This is a great way of honoring Aryan and helping out other teens in India.
The Mather family recently held a bike-a-thon in Aryan's memory to raise money for poor children in India.
I feel like this gives everyone some closure.
They hope Aryan's death will prompt the state to take a closer look at flashing yellow arrows, see if more can be done to clear up any confusion.
We will try to save lives.
It would give this family some peace to know they made a difference in the name of their son. I'm Fox 9 investigator Jeff Ballion.